This is a guy who had literally given his blood, sweat, and tears to the WWF. I mean, he was performing, like we said, an average of like 300 days a year for, almost 15 years at that point. I mean, he sacrificed his time with his family, his wife, his kids. And, all he really asking for was to leave on his own terms. He had really helped Vince to build this business. Vince had gone through a lot of tough times. Remember the steroid trial and all that stuff. And Bret stayed there, and Bret stuck with him. And so he was really just asking for, he just wanted to leave on his own terms. And he really didn't even want to leave. But, considering everything that was going on, he wasn't leaving for the money. He would have actually taken less money to stay. He just wanted to go out on his own terms. But I mean, and then you look at it from Vince's point of view. Bret really should have known his place. He should have done the right thing. In fact, Vince did that interview that, shortly after, where he uttered that now famous phrase, Bret screwed Bret. So whatever side you come down on, there's one thing that you can't deny, Sean, and that is that the Montreal Screwjob changed wrestling for good. It really changed the trajectory of both companies. At that point, the WWF would usher in what they call the Attitude Era.
Right.
Stone Cold would win the title, I think, at WrestleMania. Pretty soon after that, he beat Shawn Michaels. The Rock started to become more popular. Vince would use this whole situation to create the Mr. McMahon character. Right. Which really led to one of the greatest feuds ever between him and Stone Cold.
Oh, that was classic.
Yeah, and it turned that company around. I mean, and if you look at it, WWF started a real steady increase in popularity, and WCW would start to not immediately, but they would start to decrease a little bit in popularity.
I think though, Bill, a lot of that too was WCW hurt itself too. Well, like you said, like taking all these guys, they were taking all these big contracts on from the WWF, and I think they had a plan with the NWO, and it was so good originally, but they only had to basically, they had the whole thing with Sting acting like the Crow and everything, and then they had, the feud with him and Hogan, but then after that, they didn't really have a plan for what happened after that. And they started, when they broke up the NWO and groups and stuff, it just started to fall apart, and the popularity just plummeted.
Yeah. And coincidentally, the plan was around, that ended up around the same time as this thing started. If you like this clip, be sure to subscribe. You can find full episodes of That's Enough Out of You on our YouTube page, plus Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Look for us on Patreon and check out our website. Just go to that'senoughoutofyou.com for more information.